Om Namo Narayana, welcome back. We're doing today and in the next video the last two videos of the Yoga Sutra. Today we're reading the first half of part 4 of the Yoga Sutra called Absolute Independence. The cities are the result of birth, herbs, mantras, austerity, and samadhi. The transformation into another category of existence is due to the filling in by Prakriti. The incidental cause does not put Prakriti into motion, but merely creates possibilities like a farmer breaking down barriers to irrigate his fields. The individualized consciousness proceed from the primary I amness. Although the multiple individualized consciousnesses are engaged in distinct activities, the one consciousness is the originator of them all. Of these, only one born of meditation is without stored karma. A yogi's karma is neither black nor white. Others' karma is threefold. Thence follows the manifestation of those vasanas only which correspond to the fruition of their particular karma. On account of the uniformity between memory and samskaras, there is a causal relation, even though there may be separation in terms of birth, place, and time. And these samskaras are without beginning because of the eternal nature of the desire to live. Since samskaras are connected to the cause, fruition, substratum, and support, when these factors disappear, the samskaras also disappear. Past and future are, as such, exist in an object because of their visible difference in the paths of the forms. These forms are manifest or subtle and composed of the gunas. The thatness of an object stems from the homogeneity in the transformation of the gunas. We're going to pause here, verse 14. This is a rather short part. I forgot to say at the beginning of this video that I've already read this. I always make note on this channel, for those of you who are new, when I've already read something. I think it's really important for you to know that. I read this the other day, I made a video, I got interrupted at the end. There was just noise and stuff outside, and what was interesting, though, is I was actually already finished and I was at the end, and I was kind of struggling to comment upon this. Today, I'm having the same problem. I just don't know where to go with this or what to say about this little section. I will say, overall, these 4 parts feel like a lot of scriptures I've read, they build up an idea upon themselves. They start with something very simple, and they start building and building and building, and they kind of bring it somewhat all together at the end. I see this over and over again. So, when you hit something like this, what do? I have one little rule that I follow. There's 2 steps that I take. The first is I ask myself a question. It's a very simple question, or a variation on this question. How can this affect my spiritual life? So there's a lot of stuff in the writings that comes off as very academic, whether it's this or the Srimad Bhagavatam or the Bhagavad Gita. It's very academic. It's like listing things. For example, the first line of this was, the cities are the result of birth, herbs, mantras, austerity, samadhi. And we've done a lot of lists in the Yoga Sutra. And it's very academic, it's very Wikipedia-like. And so I always say, is there something here that can affect my spirituality, my spiritual growth, my spiritual life? More than just filling my head with information I can roll off. Because that's the point. The point is not to fill our heads. The point is to grow our hearts and our lives. And I ponder this a little bit. What can I do with this? I don't know. What can I do? And then, if I find either an answer, or if I don't, I go to the second step. And that is, I just say, this is an offering to God. This reading that I'm doing right now is a type of puja, like waving of incense or tinkling of a bell before the murti photo or the statue or the shrine. I consider reading this text and learning and hearing the Word of God and spreading the Word of God to be just as valuable. So I just say this is an offering to Lord Vishnu, as an offering to Sri Krishna, or Sri Ganesha, Shiva, Shakti, Lakshmi, whoever you are going to. That's what I do with these things. I just offer them and say, this was for you. Thank you for the opportunity. And then let it go. And then I move on. So I will move on now. If you have things you would like to say or would like to start the conversation, please do in the comments below. And we will finish up the Yoga Sutra in the next video. Thank you for watching. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.